Tropical storm Isaac threatening to deliver a body blow to the East Coast. It now has 45-mile-per-hour winds. It is growing stronger. It's expected to reach hurricane strength this time tomorrow. And at this hour, this is the most likely projected path. By Friday, Isaac will hit the Dominican Republic, then Cuba, and then on to South Florida, hitting there late Sunday, early Monday morning. In fact, just as the Republican National Convention is getting underway. And take a look at its size. Isaac already as big as Texas. It has been 7 years since the last big hurricane hit Florida, raising new concern tonight about readiness on shore. And ABC's Matt Gutman is there.
Tropical storm Isaac churning more than 1,000 miles away from the Florida coast. But at this Florida Emergency Operations Center, the storm is all too close.
We're making a lot of phone calls, working with a lot of agencies.
And already 200 visitors being evacuated on the U.S. base on Guantanamo Bay. And the price of orange futures has spiked 5% today alone. And new fears Isaac could disrupt the Republican National Convention in Tampa. The mayor today saying he's ready to call it all off if the storm poses a significant danger. Emergency management chiefs called to assist at the RNC, like Miami-Dade's Kurt Summerhoff, are staying put to ride out the storm.
What's your biggest concern overall right now?
You know, one of my biggest concerns all year long has been complacency.
The last hurricane to hit South Florida, Wilma, was a Category 1 but did billions in damage.
Even a Category 1, we don't want to get caught up in the numbers. Yes, a 5 is much stronger than a 1, but even a 1 can do damage. A hurricane is a hurricane is a hurricane. Prepare for all of them.
Eric Selna and his team at Florida International University created the wall of wind, which can simulate a monstrous Cat 5 storm.
So when we talk a Category 1, the concern is not really the power of the wind, but debris flying off.
I'll tell you, it's a multi-pronged attack. The wind can do destruction, but it's what you put in the wind. So flying debris, anything coming into that structure can certainly damage it.
We lashed a camera to the roof of one of these huts. You see the rain pounding, shingles curling around it before it's sent airborne, turning into a potentially deadly projectile. And not much of a sense of urgency here, Diane. A lot of the folks we spoke to tonight said they're going to wait and see what this storm brings. But emergency management officials telling us that even a Category 1 storm can essentially take the Atlantic Ocean and dump it right into the first floor of those condos. Diane.
Okay, Matt, thanks. They don't have long here. I want to bring in ABC's weather editor, Sam Champion. We're talking about Sunday night, Monday morning. How sure can the Weather Center be about the trajectory of this storm?
5 days out, Diane. This is the official path the Hurricane Center lays out. But you'll notice we're not looking at one line right through the middle of that path. We're looking at a red cone there. And that red cone gives them some wiggle room, even more at the very end of the forecast period, because they know there's a lot that can happen with this storm, a lot that's pushing it, pulling it, a lot of land it can interact with. As a matter of fact, we're looking at many forecast models. We look at dozens of them, and then we condense them down to maybe the 5 more reasonable. And that gives us the idea right now of where this storm is going.
But a lot of them seem to go through or near Florida. So what about the strength, as we just heard, Category 1, Category 2? What's the worst it can do?
Well, right now we hold it at a 1, maybe bopping it around a little bit, but we're really more concerned about how it hits and the damage it brings. Heavy wind and rain. It's not just coastal flooding. It's raining and flood from rain as well, and strong winds. Irene, the ice storm of 2011, one of the costliest and most damaging in American history, was just a tropical storm when it made landfall in the New York City area.
I had forgotten that. Just a tropical storm when it hit. Okay, thanks so much, Sam. Always good to have you here.